Hey guys, ooh, I'm so excited to talk to you guys. So excited. This is my second video, and I wanted to talk about a situation that I recently went through, which is pretty tender. And it was basically where instead of checking the other person, I check myself. And I think that growth is self-control. It plays a big role in that. Having self-control is being able to not let how you are treated dictate who you are and alter who you get to be. Or should I say, do not let how you're treated alter who you are and dictate who you get to be. I think that makes much more sense. So basically, instead of checking that person, I checked myself. I had self-control. Instead of letting it fuse anger in me, I was able to move on. And so if you are oppressed by how someone treated you, that's okay. You detach yourself, but do not reciprocate their energy, because then you won't be any better than who they are. And I wrote down some of my thoughts, and there was this quote that I saw earlier that said that you cannot decide which way the wind gets to blow, but you can always, you can always adjust your sails. And I think that's pretty important, because what he was referring to is that, or concluding to, is that at the end of the day, you get to choose how you react to something. You get to choose to be in control of a situation, or how you walk out of a situation. It's like, don't let it fuse anger in you. Don't let it bring out the person you are not, because then you cannot really judge that person if you're becoming like them. You have to be better, and to be better is to walk away. To be better is not always having to prove a point. To be better is being, what's the word I want to use? Firm in who you are. To be firm in your morals. And so I had said that allow people to be who they portray themselves to be, but know your own truth. It's very important, guys. I mean, at the end of the day, the true colors are always proved. It's always shown and revealed. No one can really keep anything in the closet for too long. It's always, by nature, always going to expose you, because at the end of the day, you are who you are. And there is only so long that a person can perform and act and pretend to be someone they aren't. There's always truth between the gaps of what is performed. There's always truth. And I think that once you pay close attention to how someone may treat you, and if you listen intently to the words they speak, then you can definitely catch on to who they truly are, their authentic self that they don't reveal publicly. But that also comes with discernment. Discernment is pretty important when you get to be around people, and especially new people that you're not like close to. I think you always have to have that switch on, where I don't want to say have any trust issues. I don't want to say to be on your toes, but just to be cautious, because not everyone is honest. Not everyone is genuine, and that's just how life is. But I think that and another thing that I like to talk about is that if you don't trust yourself, you won't trust anyone. That's a big part. So once you're able to fully be yourself, once you're able to fully be genuine and authentic to yourself, you know that you could trust your own judgment. That you're not judging someone based off of your emotions. You're not judging someone based off of your thoughts, or what just immediately comes to you in a situation. But that once you correct your morals, and once you correct yourself and be honest to people, if you're not honest to people and you constantly lie, you're gonna think others are lying to you as well, because you're so used to you doing that. And I think that's when discernment kind of merges in. Discernment attaches itself with your own honesty, because that's justice, that's judgment, fair judgment. Sorry if y'all are hearing the background, but I wrote down, I'm kind of drifting from what I wanted to talk about. Okay, so I said that allow people to be who they portray themselves to be, but know your own truth. Don't indulge in their behavior. Do not reciprocate. Stand firm on your morals. Another thing is that there are a lot of situations that are uprooted by miscommunication. But if someone decides to apply their trust into rumors or distorted interpretation of you because of lack of information, then let it be. Sometimes we have to learn to let things be. If someone is so quick to alter their perception of you because of a lie, or so quick to believe something or put their faith in a lie that is about you instead of coming and confronting you about it, that means they choose to believe it because they want an excuse to walk away. They want an excuse to judge you. They want an excuse or something to hold against you. So let it be. That shows that they did not care enough to find out the truth or to rely on who you say you are. And I want to say that it says that, you see, if someone can be fast-paced to alter their view or quickly judge you just by one fault, they were never on your side in the beginning. Sometimes it's not necessarily about you, but who the person is and how corrupted their hearts may be. And I think that's where peace comes as well, when you understand that not everything that happens is because of you. And I say that it could be both positive and negative when you have a perception on that thought. But in a positive way, a positive view, we can think of it as not everything's about you, because whatever issue that rises is because of that person, and they just use you to be the blame. They use you as the mask of their own issues that they're fighting inside. And I think that when you get around people who do not evaluate themselves, who do not sit enough or be introspective with who they are on a daily basis, and so they're confused on who they are, they're confused in their identity. When you get around those people, I think it's important to know who you are. You have to know who you are, because you'll get lost in what or who they portray you as. You start to believe it, but you're not. You can have confidence in believing that you know your truth. And so if someone blames you to be dishonest, if someone blames you to be selfish, you know that you're not that. And you know your intentions. And if they don't care enough to come to you and clarify, they don't care at all. Simple as that. Yeah, so honestly, I think I've seen a lot of growth in myself, because if something had happened where I know that I was in the right and I was mistreated because of miscommunication, I would be so quick to bring it up. But sometimes you have to move silently and handle things silently when people hurted you boldly and loudly. That's where peace comes, and discernment, and I don't know, to stand 10 toes down, firm in who you are, in your identity, and keep it pushing. I also saw this other quote, and I think it was said by Pharrell, you know, the artist. He said that do not let, what was it again? I can't recite it explicitly, like verbatim, but it's around what I'm trying to push out there. But I hope y'all are catching what I'm throwing at you, because yeah, it's honest and it's true. Like, you're always going to experience those who try to bring you down or try to display this false character of you, and you know that's not you. So just keep moving. Let those people be who they are. Let it be and stop trying to indulge yourself in it. Stop trying to fix things and stop trying to, prove a point to those who really don't care. It's pointless. It really is. But yeah, that's all I had to say. Bye, guys.